because statistics says within 50 years we're all going to be mixed with each other.
Yeah.
Here, like Puerto Rico is. So, sir.
That part.
Ma'am, get your life. You cannot stop what is, it's destined to happen. And that's everywhere.
Yeah.
If you go and take your DNA and look at who you related to, hey, cousin.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Tazz, and you are listening to or you are watching the Intro Podcast. I know. Everything is kind of different. You see some unfamiliar faces, and then you see a kind of familiar face because you see his eyes. That's all I'm going to say. You see his eye. And you see his smile. That boy beautiful. I promise you he is. Sexual caramel is what they call him.
Not caramel.
But look, I am excited. Today is the first episode of the Intro Podcast with the actual cast of the show. I've been looking and searching and talking and trying to find some individuals to come in and just be a part of who we are and what we do. And thanks to JR, I done the FaceTime that changed my whole entire life. FaceTime and Crown Royal blessed my soul.
Some type of liquor.
But before we go any further, I'm going to let them introduce themselves. First of all, right here to my this right here. This right, I have who?
JR Full of brand owner and designer of the Lionheart collection,
In which I'm wearing right now. Yes, I am.
Yes, sir.
And then we have
Stephanie. I would say Blackshear because that's my legal name, but meal prep with Steph.
I need this whole meal prep thing because I cook too much food and I throw half of it away. I do because before it was me and Matthew.
Yeah.
So I was able to cook food and he eats whatever. But now that he's gone, like it's a waste of time. So I need the meal prep in my life.
I feel you on that.
Before we go any further, let me tell you guys about today's sponsor. The show today is sponsored by Diane Clines. She is an independent associate with LegalShield, offering legal services starting at $29.95 a month and identity theft starting at $19.95 a month. They also provide a living will, assist with moving violations for those that drive fast. Somebody was talking about driving 100 on yesterday.
Oh.
Sips tea.
Contract reviews, consultations, and etc. They also have tax attorneys.
Sorry, I'm gonna need to call her.
I thought about that yesterday whenever I talked to you. They have tax attorneys. So if you are interested in finding out more about this service, please give Diane Clines a call at 214-881-5225 or go to dsclines.ladiesofjustice.com. It should be somewhere down there. You should see it right now, right?
Definitely excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you here, Stephanie. I've been getting so much from you on FaceTime. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
I don't mind being spicy, being a game changer, be the difference. Because, a lot of people, they like to co-sign on stuff that's BS. And
Yeah.
I don't care. I will stand alone if I got to fight for whatever's right.
Facts. So before we get into the show, Stephanie, I want to let them know what is to come from you in the near future. You have a podcast that we are about to start working on. Wait, shout out. What's this I'm drinking in this red cup, JR?
Shout out to Ensign Mango Canadian Whiskey. This is so smooth.
Listen, y'all keep talking good things about it. I may partake and just
you
try
should try it.
I promise. This
I'll
is
pour you
so
up while y'all
smooth.
talk.
It is wonderful. So we're going to tag y'all so that y'all can see that we have y'all. We love the libations, that part. Let's talk about what we're about to start doing with you, Stephanie, with your podcast. What are you going to be talking about in the near future?
Ooh, Ooh, that is a great and broad question because there's a lot of things that
It's a lot.
is to talk about out there. It could be relational, it could be faith, it could be justice, injustices, it could be all just a variety of a lot of different things.
Yes.
But we're gonna be funny about it. We could be spiritual about it. We could be no limits about it.
Dopeness. Whenever we first start talking, you kind of gave me an insight of what is to be expected and what makes you want to be so transparent with this podcast.
A lot of people, they struggle through a lot of things, but they hide it.
Mm-hmm.
They want to scoop it under the rug and act like it's not helping. And us keeping it in, it's not helping us progress or become better or greater in any kind of way.
Facts.
And everybody else needs somebody's help in order to overcome a lot of different things. So that's my goal, is just be straightforward. Hey, this is what happens. This is how you overcome it. Let's talk about it. Let's do it and get over it. Because you know what? That's why we go to counselors, right?
Yeah.
So we can overcome things.
Mm-hmm.
So we can talk it out, put it on the table, get advice on how to be better and greater. So no different.
Well, I am excited about this. Hey, y'all need to definitely stay tuned to find out more about that. We're going to start recording soon, and we're going to be out there so that you guys can partake and just listen to the story, because it's going to be one of those podcasts that's going to change your life if you let it. I promise you that.
We'll try not to cry.
As long as y'all don't have no libations, because this thing here, this will push you to have emotions that you don't normally have. I was always told, do not drink or expect whatever emotion or feeling that you are under whenever you drink to be multiplied times 10. I want to jump into this first story that I played for you guys before the show. I was listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Shout out to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Before I get into it, I decided to listen to the Steve Harvey Morning podcast right before Mother's Day. A little soft note, because anytime my mother, I introduced her to this like years ago, but anytime she got in my car and we were driving from either from here to Mississippi or Mississippi back here or whatever, she'd always want to listen to it. So right before Mother's Day, I was like, let me just do something for Mom. And I was like, yeah. I know she like laughing and smiling because she enjoyed that. She made me like it. So shout out to Steve Harvey in the Morning Show and everybody. But this story right here, it kind of pissed me off a little bit, and I just wanted to share it with you guys and get some comments on it. Keep in mind, if you are listening to this right now, you can comment. Or you can go to theintropodcast.com and you can leave your comments about everything that we're talking about. But this story here, I don't know. Let's see what y'all think about it.
He referred to him as
Let's go back. Here we go.
He referred to him as Massa, sing a host about the Diane Harvey Morning Show.
Here we go.
This story right here, oh my God. Okay, let me get to it. Let me calm down and then get to it. A white teacher in Rochester, New York is on leave right now. This teacher is facing a host of allegations of racist behavior, including placing handcuffs and leg shackles on his black students, okay? And making them pick cotton during a 7th grade social studies class. He referred to him as Massa. One parent said she nearly drove off the road when her child told her about this racist incident in school. The school district has confirmed that this lesson did take place, and it is of great concern, and they are investigating. What?
I have a problem with why they're investigating. Because this is something that...
I just want to say it's disgusting. It's disgusting that we're still at this late in time and people are still doing stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Such as...
Yeah.
When no one here is pure.
Mm-hmm.
Not a person. We are all mixed. We're interconnected.
Yeah.
And for you to be still on that stupid level, it just says a lot about your ignorance.
But do we ever, or will we ever, and I guess I'm kind of answering this question for myself, will we ever get past this?
That's a great question. We should, because statistics says within 50 years, we're all going to be mixed with each other.
Yeah.
Here, like Puerto Rico is. So, sir.
That part.
Ma'am, get your life. You cannot stop what is, it's destined to happen. And
Yeah.
that's everywhere.
Yeah.
If you go and take your DNA and look at who you related to, Hey, cousin.
Right, that part.
But in hindsight, though, you kind of got to understand why they do it. I'm not saying it's right in any way, shape, or form, of course. But no, see, what it is that most common thing is that people fear what they don't understand or they can't control.
Absolutely.
And so since they can't control it, they fear it. They dislike it. They hate it. Why? Because they know nothing about it and they don't want to know anything about it. They can't control it, so they just hate it. So
does that have anything to do in the contribution to why, like, I watch videos where, like, little babies, little black and white babies or whatever, whenever they first see each other, it's all hugs and love on the playground.
Absolutely.
But as they get older, like, that love turns into this hatred. Would we or could we blame it on a little bit of what we see in situations like this, where if he's doing this in school, what is he doing at home with his kids, his nieces, his nephews, his neighbors, and things like that?
He's programming them.
Yeah.
He's definitely programming.
It may even be subconscious that he's programming them.
It is. A lot of times it is.
Yeah, but that's what it is. What people fear or they can't control, they decide to try to change the narrative. They do whatever it takes, even subconsciously.
Yeah.
To try to change it.
It's a learned behavior. It's definitely a learned behavior for sure.
Definitely a learned behavior. That's why, listen, when you're kids, you're fearless. You don't think about these type of things.
At all.
But as you get older, you start to learn different things. Mm-hmm. White kids learn one thing, black kids learn another. And it's not even just racial, it's demographic as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
So you learn one thing based on who you are, where you are, versus this other person, and that's what creates the divide.
Yeah.
True, and it doesn't help that the media also helps, magnify or make it seem like a certain demographic of people is worse than the others. Because,
yes.
You know what, and even when in school, I learned you have to take the media with a grain of salt because everything is bias-led. It's going to drive the position and the direction it wants you to go based off their thoughts, their feelings, their knowledge, their experiences, and everything that you talk demographically and all. So it's all led. So when we only see black pieces and segments on the news talking about how black people are this and we're doing bad and we're just, and they kind of vilify us a lot of times. But if you think about it and you go back and do your research, the mass of people that are in the prisons, not us.
So how do we explain to our sons and our daughters, nieces and nephews or kids in the neighborhood that everything that is seen or heard or portrayed about us is not as real as it looks whenever the media that's giving it to them is a valid media? So
what we need to do really is, I don't want to say boycott, but in a sense, you got to cut the noise out.
Yeah.
You have to cut the noise out in order to get past it and do your own research, do your own, educate yourself.
Yeah.
The Bible says my people perish due to the lack of knowledge, like he was talking about, because your own ignorance. We're not learning. We're not choosing to educate ourselves to get better and be better. Mm-hmm. So without that, we're doomed. Right?
Thanks.
Unless you choose to.
Yeah. So as a father of a young lady, how would you... I'm afraid to ask.
Look, I'm getting nervous for you.
Go for it. I'm ready for it. Come on. I'm with it.
I was looking on the side to see if I was going to see it. How would you handle a situation if your daughter was to come home and be like, Dad, this is what we were on top today. And my teacher told me he had little cotton balls and told me to pick cotton and had me in shackles trying to explain slavery, but I was the person in the class that he picked to do it.
Where he at?
And he meant it too. Just saying.
That's my question. Where they at?
Which is very understandable. And just like that, they said on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, my lesson to the class would be, well, since he taught y'all about slavery, I'm going to teach y'all about Nat Turner.
Woo. Slippery slope, though.
You have to be able to... Michelle Obama said, whenever they go with something, we go something.
When they go low, we go high.
Yeah.
Whenever they go low, I go to hell. I'm going to meet you. But
I feel you on that, because Seriously, I'm the same.
They're so used to us just taking it to where it's like it's never going to stop because they ain't going to say nothing. We've been doing this all this time, saying this all this time, and they just been taking it. So I think in order for us to be able to get a different stance on things is if we take a different stance on things. Not necessarily saying go out and just kill every white person, because not every white person is a bad person. But there has to be some kind of stance that we can take on for us, because it's not even just for us. It's for your daughter. It's for your daughters. It's for my son, because we're, we up there. So we have to leave something for them to be able to be comfortable being alive after we're gone.
True. Yeah. So, Eve, I'm sorry, my little education try to come in.
Come on, education.
If we won't change, we have to be the change. And how we go about doing that, we get into political seats. We fight, we educate ourselves, we get into those positions where we are able to level out the field. If we don't do it, if we don't do better for us as a people, we will never have it. We sit up here depending on everybody else to fight for us instead of fighting for ourselves. So listen, our ancestors and our people before us, they fought for our freedoms, to equality and all that other stuff. Now that we have the abilities to do it, why aren't we educating ourselves? Why aren't we taking the extra step and the extra mile to work our ass off to get up in all those positions? And we can do it in a multitude. If we don't do it, we ain't gonna have it.
This is true.
All this baby sitting and pacified. Oh, I'm gonna take care of mom. No. Come on, y'all. We gotta do it. We have to do it. We have to be the game changers.
Yeah.
We have to be the game changers. Yeah. If not, we're gonna still complain about this 100 more years later.
And it's still not going to be changed.
Exactly. It said, even it was talking about the police situation too. If we want different policing for our people, who are policing us, by the way? If we want different policing of us, we have to be in those police seats. We have to be the change.
I'm glad you said that. All right, so in this neighborhood that we are in right now, we are North Dallas, by the way. If you know about North Dallas, you'll understand what I'm about to say. When I first moved to this area, about a block or so over, I was at a store. And there were about 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys just in front of this store. And everybody that drove up or walked up, they'd be like, yo, you want some fire? You want some fire? Whatever. But I turned around and I saw a cop car. So me being my inquisitive self, I walked over to the cop. I say, sir, do you not see what they're doing? Why don't you do something, or why don't the police department do something about this area? The police officer told me, he say, sir, because they don't have any other way to make money. So because they're not hurting anybody. I'm like, but y'all, wait. So y'all telling me y'all will stand here or sit here in your car and watch these guys make these drug deals and don't touch them. He was like, man, they just making money. They'll make more money here in an hour than they'll do on a 9 to 5. I'm like, what the hell then?
It's sad that is that, but go ahead.
But then reversely though, once they start to make too much money,
that part,
then they want to come after you.
Yeah. Yeah.
We want you to make money. We want you to pay your rent.
Yeah.
You start making more than that. Now we got
once you a kingpin.
Yeah. We okay with you nickel and diamond.
Yeah. And that's a problem for me because, I've never been introduced to that part of life. So whenever you tell me that you're okay with it, but then I see the statistics in other places here in Dallas and other cities and states of individuals who are going to jail because of it. But then now I turn around and I see how it's becoming legal. Like, you have to tell me something. Keeping in mind, I need it to be legal.
Would be nice.
Well, the whole legal factor, my opinion, is just so they can find a way to make some money off of it.
Of course. Everything has to be taxed.
Everything has to be taxed.
And if they were smart, they would do that.
Money, we need some of your money.
Yeah.
Okay, going back into educational wise, you know what? I'm just saying, marijuana is the bomb. It has so many cancer fighting agents. It has everything in it that it has everything.
That way. Okay.
It is that way, goddamn. I already know where your mind went. I promise I already know.
But it's good for you. So only problem, but you allow tobacco tobacco in here. You allowed us to kill our lungs, kill ourselves. Booze is even worse for you than marijuana. I mean, marijuana is really not bad for you.
Hold on, wait. They heard you.
My bad.
Well, I'm gonna backdoor that.
She wasn't singling you out.
She wasn't talking about you. Inside red mango.
No, it wasn't. Sure, it wasn't. You're right.
But what I have noticed over the years is I've never heard on the news that somebody hit and ran somebody or killed somebody because they were high.
Nope, you don't.
No. Actually, I just watched a video of Snoop Dogg even talking about that same subject. He said you can put 10 people in the room that don't like each other and fill it with weed, and by the end of the day, them dudes gonna have a lot of funny stories.
Yes.
They gonna be dapping it up or whatever the case, but all you gotta do is have that same scenario and add a bottle of liquor, and somebody gonna end up hurt or dead because of their confidence.
Speaking of Snoop, I want to smoke with Snoop and Wiz Khalifa.
Nope.
I just wanted to put that out there.
I'm not a smoker. I'll do my edibles or whatever. But since I'm not a smoker, I don't need to be around that.
Bobby Shmurda just got his own strain of weed, too.
Oh, Lord. Y'all see Urkel got his.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't even know that. Okay.
It's called like Purple Urkel or something like that. Yeah.
I'm here for it, too. Like,
if I was a smoker,
did I do that?
but two people, I don't want to smoke with two of the heaviest smokers in the United States.
No.
I don't want that.
At the same damn time.
I don't need to be stuck where I'm at.
Well, you have two different. You got the different strains. You got sativa, and then you got the indica. One is gonna give you energy, and the other one's gonna relax you. You got
if
choices.
you smoking with one of those two,
laid
two,
back.
Just one of them.
You will smoke with both of them? Just imagine just trying to reach for the blunt and just drop it. You too high.
Listen, they say they got the mixture so it can give you that perfect energy, perfect mellow.
I'm here for it.
I'll keep my drink.
I'm here for every bit of it. Okay, speaking of politics, as you were talking earlier, I want to know where we get $40 billion to send to Ukraine, but we fighting gas prices, rent, food, education, homelessness, the whole 9 yards. This comes from APnews.com. The House approves $40 billion in Ukraine aid, beefing up Biden's request. And it reads, the House empathetically approved a fresh $40 billion to Ukraine aid package Tuesday as lawmakers beefed up President Joe Biden's initial request, signaling a magnified bipartisan commitment. It's a big word that I can't pronounce because I'm drunk right now.
I was trying to be like you, but it's still strong.
Russian President Vladimir Putin's bloody 3-month-old invasion. I don't even have to read the whole story. I'm just curious to understand. Is everything? Yeah, we good. I'm just trying to understand, where do we... all the promises Biden made to get elected. Y'all do not look. This is my opinion only. So, but with all the promises that Biden made to get elected for the African American community in general, we're not seeing anything. But we have $40 billion to send overseas to a war where we don't really even know what the outcome is going to be. Where in the meantime, we're fighting with $4 a gallon per gas, and because of COVID, people who had good jobs lost their jobs, therefore lost their homes, and families had to become divided because parents couldn't take care of kids because they didn't have the money anymore. But we have $40 billion to send to Ukraine.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, and it could do a lot of help here in the U.S. So my issue, and it just may be mine, but you promised us a lot. Mm-hmm. You promised us the George Floyd. You promised us a whole lot of things, and we haven't seen half of it yet.
Including becoming debt-free for our educations.
Including, yes.
But then they start putting stipulations on it. Now you got to be first responders and all that other stuff. I was looking forward for that to go.
Look, but before, whenever you were trying to get elected, there was no stipulation. You just told black folk what they wanted to hear and what they wanted to believe that you would do. But now that you're in office, like, there's more care for overseas, like $40 billion. Do you not understand? And if I'm not mistaken, I want to say I heard on the Breakfast Club, shout out to DJ Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlamagne the God. I love Charlamagne the God, by the way. So controversial. But he's the shit, though. He's right on mistake more than some people are right on purpose. But if I'm not mistaken, Biden done a press release a while ago saying that he was going to release like so much oil that's just in lockup or whatever. Instead of releasing oil, how about you release $40 billion to the American people?
No.
That would be too much like right?
It'd be too much like right.
Take care of home before we take care of anybody else.
Right.
Oh, which I haven't realized that Biden is just a bad baby daddy in America. That's all it is. He's going to tell a woman whatever she want to hear in order to get his foot in the door. Biden is like the white version of a hobosexual in the black community. I'm sorry, fellas.
Go there. Go there.
I'm sorry, fellas, but I just can't relate to y'all that want to use these women and fill their heads up with hopes and dreams and hope to get in their house and to get in their drawers. I can't. I'm a single father, full-time single father. So
full-time.
I can't relate to the usage. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm gonna do that, but yet how Biden just sent $40 billion over there to Ukraine. Yeah, baby, that just spent $3,000 on some rims, but he ain't have no money for diapers.
Wait, no,
don't get me started on this topic. I mean, just
baby, daddy just bought that new PlayStation. That's what he did. He just bought that new PlayStation, knowing that his baby don't have no diapers, don't have no shoes.
That ain't even in the stores. He paid extra to get that.
That part.
Oh my God, that's.
I just can't fathom. That's all Moneybag Joe did for y'all. He just lied to y'all in order to get in the house.
Yep.
That's exactly what he did.
But for real, he asked the question, where did this $40 billion come from? I want to know, because inquiring minds wants to know.
We make money. We make money.
1% of America makes money. It's the top 1% that really make all the money.
Yeah, but
and if they put that money back into us, if they made them pay the taxes and put it back into America, we will be A-okay.
We would be good.
We will be good. Everybody. And then they could also pay us what we call it? Our reprimand. What's the word? Reparations.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, but see, they could do that, but if they did that, then they lose control.
They do.
They can't control us if they ain't on our necks.
Yeah.
Because I know that was a topic that they brought up in Congress at one point in time, but they sure they did that issue real quick.
Real quick.
They will, because they don't want to talk about it.
But it ain't even that many of us in comparison. So, and y'all killing us and incarcerating the rest. So what? Give me my money and clear this debt.
If I'm not mistaken, and if I am, I'm pretty sure somebody's going to come in. They're saying within the next 5 to 10 years,
I'll still be here.
Caucasian folk would be the minority.
Yes.
It's already started.
We've already started that, and that's the reason why you have the white supremacists out there, because they're trying to purify and keep their race pure, because they know it's bound to happen. Like I told you about the statistics earlier, we blended. It's inevitable. You can't stop it. It's gonna happen.
So with that being the thing, it's a wonderful segue, and I feel like I'm just gonna shut up and just let you have the floor for this.
I don't want it. Because y'all may go too far.
These white men telling y'all women how to control y'all body. Oh, that smile went away real fast. I don't understand. And so, for me, like, I'm tired of people trying to tell us how to handle us, whether it's black women, whether it's LGBTQ, whether it's just anybody who's not white, how to control. But if not for the childbirth thing, it's across the board. But there's been a history of white folk trying to tell people what to do with their bodies or who they can love. How do you feel as a black woman?
First of all, I am all about women empowerment. I'm all about it. So you trying to tell me what I can and can't do with my own body when we're educating ourselves more and becoming more, aware? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I mean, and then, yes, they have always tried to tell us to do with our body because that's where birth control came from. They was trying to stop black women from having babies. So many babies in the hood, in the ghetto, right?
Right.
So with that, it just caught on. Anglo women caught on too and started doing it for themselves too. But no, that was a way to control us, to keep us and our numbers down.
And I think that, and I could be 100% wrong, but I could also be 50% right. I think that's why, I think the reason that they're doing that is because they need to make sure that these white women stay populating this America so that within that next 5 to 10 years, they are not the minority.
That's one reason. Another reason is, like I said before, control. See, they're preparing for a worst case scenario. Either y'all seen the Book of Eli?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And worst case scenario was we need women to repopulate society. So, and I had this conversation with somebody this morning. So I just think it's amazing that a male of any race at the age of 18 can decide, I don't want to have any kids. Nobody's going to question that, get him a vasectomy. But yet a woman who's had 2 kids, is over the age of 30, made a conscious decision not to have any more kids. They still don't want to let her get her tubes tied or have abortions because what generic excuses are we using these days? They say you might want more kids
in the future,
or any of these other. To me, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, my husband had to sign off on mine when I was having kids too, and I'm like, I almost said another word. I was like, I get a little loose. I wish you would not sign them damn daggone papers.
But the thing is this though, this what they're trying to do with this whole Roe versus Wade, it rolls back to where even if you were raped.
That's crazy.
Incest.
That's crazy.
You have to have this baby.
That's crazy. I do believe in life, but you cannot force me to if I'm not ready or in a position to have a kid.
Facts.
So why are you doing this? Why are you setting us up for failure? Because it's bound to happen. Or either I'm going to resent the baby because I knew what I had to go through in order to birth this baby.
Or if you don't want the baby, you will figure out a way yourself to abort this baby, which in some cases causes the mother to put their own life at risk and probably die at the same time. Young Thug, put it like this. I forget that the sound bite. Young Thug did a sound bite and he said, can I say this word on camera?
Yep. I've been struggling. Have you been saying I've been having to catch myself? Like, okay, I want to.
Thug said niggas need to... if you are not able to take care of a baby, there needs to be a new oath passed that says a nigga can't nut.
I agree. Damn. I like that. What say you?
I mean, I might be biased. I can kind of agree, but I'm fixed, so...
Wait.
So, but then there you go. There you go.
I thought he was about to say something else.
What?
I heard you say biased. I got happy all of a sudden.
Lord.
But...
let me pour up on that one.
Coming from his point of view, I think the message was right, but the way it came across was all wrong.
Yeah.
And y'all, that is her pouring water and not her peeing.
But no, I hear stories far too often about how women have these kids and then the man just absentee.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything at all. So why is it that the man can control if the woman has a kid, but the man don't even want to take care of him half the time?
Yeah.
That is so true. That's another reason why should you control us? If we know that we end up sleeping with a deadbeat for the night because we just wanted to have a good time, like they wanted to have a good time. Now why we stuck with the baby?
Yeah.
Because I've been married for 15 years, or was married for 15 years, and we went together with him for 20 years. And after he left to go be in the population somewhere. Once he got out.
I love the way she words these things.
It was all on me. It has been all on me for the past 3 3 years. So, I mean, sir. And then you got... I'm about to get on my tangents.
Go there. Come on. Let's have fun with this.
Listen,
let's educate.
You didn't take care of your first one. You know, you wanted to lie about, the reasons why you wasn't taking care of your first one. You want to blame and say, well, my baby mama, she ain't this, she ain't that. She does drugs and everything else. But, baby, even if she is, that's not your call. And she still is responsible for taking care of your first child.
Yeah.
By any means.
Yeah.
So, because you can't control how she spend the money that goes about for concerning your son, that's not, no. You made that bed. You ain't raising him, so you cannot control her. No different than you can't control me either. And that's your thing. You don't want to give me child support because you $18,000 in arrear, and we only been divorced for almost 2 years.
Wait. What thousand?
18,000.
You were counting that too, huh?
And my oldest daughter, dad is $30,000 in arrear, and he pays me $5 a month, and he's been doing that since he's like
Wait. Let's go back.
This stuff is not adding up in my head.
Not at all.
Julian, is this adding up in your head?
It's definitely not adding up to mine.
Jesus Christ.
My child support is definitely not no 5.
I'm trying to figure out how these
nothing.
Negroes getting away with it or whatever else, but they do it. So why should women, if we don't want to have these kids, why are you making us have these kids if we got to take on the full responsibility? Children are not cheap by no means. Because I fuss about here I go getting ready to say the N-word. You niggas making me broke. Y'all tear up everything. Clothes and everything else. Instead, and then y'all talk about rims like Joe Biden. Instead of you buying your kids school clothes, you go buy some rims, some low profile rims that are easy to tear up if you hit any bump in the road.
Any bump. I've been there.
Yes. You'd rather do that than get money towards your kid.
They clean though.
But you got to drive your Benz and your little Riker or whatever else, your motorcycle, but you ain't giving towards your kids. And then you want to floss for these women to get these women and everything else, and then got somebody else pregnant and she aborted because he didn't want to be with her. So, sirs, y'all stop trying to control. We know what we do. Give us an opportunity to make a decision for what's best for us.
Just in case if y'all wondering what this bag is next to me, I am a fan of Smart Food White Cheddar. Just in case y'all want to endorse us also.
He didn't ate half the bag by itself already.
Money is money, and it is what it is. So
we're gonna do a sponsor for
Quick Trip. I need gas.
Yes, and quick snacks.
Done.
I got a complaint. Quick Trip. Y'all gas is too damn high.
It really
need
is.
to cut it.
You need to cut it. So, do you all think that there is any validity to that statement that Young Thug made that, if you can't take care of a kid, don't nut?
Agreed. I definitely agree with that 100%. I'm just saying.
JR, being a man.
I sadly have to agree because I got 2 that I take care of. So
yeah, I was about to say 2, but you got
Even though he's almost adult,
No, I completely, I displaced in my mind what the second one was. I love him, by the way. He is ridiculously just like you. Y'all smile alike.
He is
y'all
better
act
than me,
alike.
I love it. He is 10 times better than me.
That dude is fly.
I love it.
Back to what you guys while y'all sipping. But if you're not in a position to take care of any kids, you shouldn't be in a position trying to date and pull up women, pick up women.
This
Boy,
is
bye. True. Go somewhere, get your life right. Focus on becoming a better you and put yourself in a better position. That way, when you do find that woman that you want and have kids with, you be good.
So, how do women respond when a guy says, it don't feel the same if I have on a condom?
First of all, how do you know what something feels like that you never had? See, I feel like how you have car insurance, you have life insurance, all these other different type of insurance.
Our sponsor, LegalShield, covers everything. That's good insurance also.
I feel like, and a lot of people are not going to have this opinion, I feel like if you're not in the position or don't want to have any kids, it should be some type of legal right that you got to walk around with at least a couple condoms. I mean, that's just me. That's insurance. And
hey, that's a good concept.
You should have to get licensed to have kids. I feel like if we needed some type of license to have kids, it'd be a lot less kids out here.
I like that.
And if you made one without a license, your ass going to jail.
I like that. Or would either give the men the plan B, create a plan B for them, for they stuff to be like just dead on the inside when they shoot it.
Nah, if you make a baby and you're not licensed to have one, we just chop.
Ooh, hold on, wait. No,
more accidents. I like that.
You have one time to make that one mistake.
But listen, I'm saying, why we always got to gear everything towards the woman? Why we got to do the birth control? Why we got to have the plan B? Why we got to, tie our tubes, for the majority, because that's before the vasectomy was really
they got about birth control.
Do they what?
Excuse my language. Niggas just don't take it. So
what they got?
I mean, besides condoms, that's $7.98. $7.98.
What's $7.98?
$7.98 is how much a box of condoms costs, and it can cause you so much less of a headache if you just spend $7.98. Because abortions is way more than $7.98.
Okay, wait. So let me ask you this then: what happens if I do this $7.98, but I get a woman who knows what I am now and what my future is going to be? And after I've done what I've done, and
she pull a Drake.
That's a choice. You decide to make that choice. I'm sorry. If your mind don't work while you in the action, knowing what this girl is probably trying to get out of you, you probably ain't you not in the right mind space to be doing that type of stuff.
Facts.
Anyway.
But seriously, why can't they? Because when you guys are trying to have babies, they give y'all stuff in order to make your sperm count heavy. How come they can't?
Wait, they do?
Yeah, when y'all going.
When you go to a fertility clinic, they give you, and also reversely, there's other ways for you to like I said, I'm fixed. I had a vasectomy. I'm shooting blanks, which is a reversible procedure.
It is.
You better reverse that thing.
I ain't reversing shit, first of all. But
I just love whenever I say stuff and he just smiles because he can't comment. That gives me life.
But it's just too many ways out here
to prevent it.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's too many. That's what I'm saying. But if you can focus on making your sperm count greater, how come they can't focus on making it less or diminish it or make them dead? But yet they're giving it to the women. They're controlling our bodies yet again, like he talked about earlier. They're controlling our bodies versus their bodies or whatever else. And you are the ones that's doing it to us for the most part. So, because we can't get you pregnant.
Let me go right here one more time. Today's show is sponsored by Diane Clines, and this is for Julian because he drives really, really fast. It's sponsored by Diane Clines, an independent associate of LegalShield, offering legal services starting at $29.95 and identity theft starting at $19.95 a month. They also provide a living will. Julian, this is for you. They assist with moving violations.
I think I'm clear right now. Now, I'll keep that number on standby in the future.
That boy. Contract reviews and consultations. For more information about LegalShield, please contact Diane Clines at 214-881-5225 or go to dsclines.ladiesofjustice.com. We'll be right back in just a minute. Hey, what's up, everybody? And you are back with the Intro Podcast. You're either watching us on your social media or on our YouTube page, or you're listening to us. Hopefully, you're listening by way of iHeartRadio. I love iHeart. Shout out to everybody at iHeartRadio. Some of my favorite podcasts. I need you to check out Elvis Duran, check out John Jan Rich, and of course, you have to check out The Breakfast Club with DJ Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlamagne the God. Hey, so today is a new show that I am excited about because I have the cast. And again, I'm going to let them introduce themselves. But if I had to introduce this guy, myself, Pretty Ricky is what they call him.
Not Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky, I'll take that.
That's what they call him. But come on and introduce yourself to the people, man.
JR Full Love, owner, creator, head designer of the Lionheart collection.
In which I am wearing Lionheart right now. He's wearing a Lionheart. And next thing we have the wonderful, the most beautiful, the woman, the queen of the house.
Yeah, you have Stephanie Blackshear.
That part.
Owner of Milk Prep with Steph. I'll try to, promote health, wealth, and all the other great stuff. Let's get it.
We have a dope podcast coming up with Stephanie in the near future. Let me do this right first. He told me he didn't want a segment, but since he didn't want a segment, I'm going to just show his stuff. I'll have these shirts actually on photo for you guys also, but this is some of JR's work that he does, and it's hella dope. And I'm excited that I have him. I joke around a lot with him, but I'll say publicly that I appreciate his work as an entrepreneur. Because for me personally, we don't have a lot of I don't have a lot of individuals, straight males. Damn, me straight though. Who are as friendly to the LGBTQ, SWV, ABCDEFG community. But over the time that I've known you, bro, like you have became more of a brother to me than my blood brothers. And I just want to say publicly in front of everybody, man, I love you and I appreciate you, bro.
Same here,
I co-sign on that one because he has been super amazing every time I needed him. This man right here who don't have folks don't know what I've been through, but this one doing, he was there every time I needed him.
Can I tell the public what what his title is I gave us on FaceTime?
Sure.
I don't want to do it though. I want to, but I don't want to. I just look, man, just publicly, man. I appreciate you. Whenever people ask me how I know you, like it's that story is always gonna be amazing to me. I don't even know if I told you, Stephanie, but I was invited to a bowling party from a friend of mine, and it was a bunch of LGBTQ, SWV, ABCDEFG.
It's so amazing.
And I saw JR. I was like, oh my God, this boy is beautiful. So I sat by him the whole night. I was like, oh, I want this guy. He's everything in the whoa. So after everything was over with, because he had to leave early because of yada. You remember why you had to leave that night?
I don't remember what I ate yesterday.
Goddamn.
Which I know, right?
So I talked to my homeboy that invited us to the party. I was like, look, who was this guy that I was sitting by all night calling him coach?
Because of the bowling thing.
Because I'm really into this guy. He was like, bro, I have bad news for you. I was like, shit, he's taken already. He was like, it's even worse than that. I was like, what you mean worse than that? He was like, man, he's straight. I was like, God damn. But I appreciate the fact that even through all that disappointment and counseling I had to go through.
Oh, Lord. I was going to say, oh, Lord, counseling.
You have remained one of the most loyal friends, bro. And like, you're not just, not even just on the whole, clothing line or whatever. Like,
he loyal.
I have an ideal for Mr. Fix-It that we talked about.
Yeah.
And if you down, we can produce some Mr. Fix-It videos.
Listen, we talked about this yesterday. That would be super amazing, JR. You have you in your little boxes and show up at these ladies' houses.
Show up and be like, what you need fixed, I got you, boo.
What you need me to fix?
Shoot. Come to my house, I'm going to break down everything in the crib. Be like, this is broken.
I don't think I'm too special. I do thank and appreciate y'all for looking at me in such a way. I just do what I feel like men should do. Yeah. We should know certain things, and it's sad that a lot of them don't.
Well, I don't know a whole bunch, and since you do, I need my garbage disposal fixed.
I got that service yesterday.
I need my bed need to be fixed, but I don't know if you can fix that.
Wait, since we on this segment right here, let me tell you something. So he went in my closet and around the house like, what else you need me to fix? What else you need me to fix while I'm here? What else? So I'm like, okay, what?
Because I know you're going to call me back out there.
Listen, I said, well, he went in my closet. I'm like, well, look to the left. You can see how my shelf is starting to detach from the wall or whatever. I said, whoa, wait, no. Because I had something there, Mr. Purple, that he's not supposed to see, that's just thrown up there.
I have mine in a box. Shit, whatever.
And this nigga right here. Listen, he started playing with it. He turned it on.
Ain't nothing I ain't seen before.
You turned it on?
Yeah.
Then it go.
Not at first. I thought the battery was dead messing around with her.
I love it. I promise.
Turned it out. He was like, well, wait, how you turn it off? After he went through the different levels or whatever else. Because as soon as you touch the button again, it goes to different functions.
It got too many buttons.
Where are you shopping? Because I'm not shopping at the same place. I have a problem with just that.
Yeah, this thing was bougie. Like, just like her closet. It's bougie.
I bet her closet is the size of this studio, huh?
It's bigger.
That's right.
It's bigger. She got a walk-in bedroom. That's only one of her closets. She got another one across from that one. And then she said, that's my overflow closet.
The next show we doing at your house just so I can do a tour.
Hey, girl, I'm all about that life.
The entire show is going to be a tour of your home.
No, we're going to do the next show from her hot tub. That's what we're going to do.
That's what I said.
I'm here for
it. Or whatever else. We could be in the hot tub or whatever.
Yes,
sure.
And
then he was like, I said, but we need a little privacy because McKate's not, because the different levels of the house. And I was trying to, do the curtains yesterday. He was like, nah.
She got a 7-foot gate. Ain't nobody remember this see us. No way.
I want some privacy, so we was looking up screens so we could put it. So
I have all kind of ideas in my head for this particular show, and they're all including you.
Sound like y'all want me to fix, put up, repair,
and be Mr. Sexy.
Undress the whole 9 yards, just whatever it is.
Don't let them geek y'all up. I am not shirtless ready. Do not let them fool y'all.
Don't let him fool y'all. We done a photo shoot downtown and I saw the body, so trust me.
With shirts on.
I saw the change in the whatever. This man is right.
Look. Don't be modest and humble.
I don't know why he lying to y'all.
Show these ladies and men.
That's what I'm saying. Look,
show them what you got.
Do you want to continue to have to pay all your bills?
We talked about this yesterday. We need us a sugar daddy or somebody. Listen.
Look, baby,
I'm still trying to upgrade my life. What you mean?
At these days, if you want to pay a bill, my number is and my address is.
You better not get
holler at your boy.
Lord.
Same. Listen.
I appreciate the fact that you introduced me to Stephanie because she has no sense just like me.
Yeah.
She's the female me, and I absolutely love it. I appreciate you for just becoming a part of the family that we fit in. I mean, even after the first Facebook conversation, not Facebook, our FaceTime conversation, we fit in, and I absolutely love it. So I appreciate you for being a part of the new cast of the Intro podcast, and we just gonna do wonderful things. And I can't wait for your individual podcast to hit also. It's a wonderful situation whenever you have people who actually have an opinion. Mm-hmm. And are not just yes men, because I need somebody to tell me, nah, nigga, you wrong.
But see, that's the problem. A lot of folks don't want that, really. We're good. That's how I always preach accountability.
Yes.
Accountability. And no one wants the accountability. They want you to pacify them, rub them on the back, say, oh, baby, woo, it's going to be okay. No, let me tell you something. You need to fix this. You wrong. You should have did that. And you need to learn how to change what you're doing. But see, don't nobody want that.
They don't want it.
They don't want it. They want you to sugarcoat it. You got to be sensitive towards their needs and their desires. But they want your help. They want you.
You better manhandle me, JR. I mean Stephanie. I mean Stephanie. I meant Stephanie, but I was looking at you.
Listen, I'm like the same way. Please manhandle me so I can level up. Please manhandle me.
You better tell me, nigga, shut up.
We sweating up in here. Hold on, wait. We need an extra
get in blaze type shit.
Listen, when I had my boobs out, and doing a whole positive message with them being sweaty, I had almost 700 views and like everybody blowing up my inbox. I'm like, dang. And I'm
since you mentioned it, I mean, all of our FaceTime, we had so much titty talk, it was unbelievable.
Blame it on the ensign.
Since you did show me that, come on and tell people what we drinking so we can get that good old endorsement.
What they drink, because I ain't drinking this too.
She ain't drinking it, but me and JR, we doing
it straight. She had
straight.
some, but
it was too.
So this is Ensign Red, mango flavor. This is Canadian whiskey. Mango flavor. This is pretty good. It's smooth. It's an equivalent to a Crown Royal, which I love, by the way. But this is next level right here.
I absolutely love it.
It wasn't bad. It's just that I'm just.
Girl, you working right now, so you can't do it. But after work hours, I got you, boo.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure you secure that bag.
Already.
Okay, so there comes a point in life where we reach a certain level, and we decide, I'm here and I'm comfortable, or we decide, I'm here and there's more. Mm-hmm. And I think that a lot of people get stuck because it's like, I'm comfortable and I'm good. But then those that say I'm comfortable, but I feel that there's more. This story comes from yahoo.com. I love James Corden because he gets people in these cars and they be driving, they be telling all their business. James Corden, this comes from, again, yahoo.com. This is about a week or so late, but I didn't want to share this story without my cast because I love my cast. My cast is dope. Y'all got to admit it. James Corden gets emotional while addressing leaving the Late Show. And it reads, James Corden will be leaving the Late Show in 2023. Corden has decided to extend his contract with CBS for just one more year and will have hosted the show for 8 years when he says goodbye before next summer. They said on Thursday, this was a couple of weeks ago, but that Thursday, the host opened up about his decision. He said that I am happy to announce today that I have signed a new contract to carry on with hosting the late night show. As his audience broke out into applause, he interrupted and said, "But wait, I appreciate it." That's really only half of the story on this one. The other half is sadder news. And that is that I have decided to sign for one more year on the show, and that will be my last year hosting the late night show. The story goes on and says Corden shared that when he started hosting the show in 2015, God dang, in 2015 he decided this was always meant to be part of his journey. And an adventure for him to go on, but it was never his final destination. I never wanted the show to overstay its welcome in any way. I always wanted to show love. I always want to love making it. And I really think that this is this ensign talking.
Of course.
I really think that a year from now, that is going to be a good time for me to move on and see what else might be in store for me. While some fans were heartbroken over the news, Thursday, Corden reminded everyone that there's still plenty of time and surprises. This story hit me because, as I shared with you guys during the break, we get comfortable whenever we've reached, and of course this probably doesn't necessarily coincide with Corden's life, but whenever you come from nothing and you reach a certain level, you get secure and you get comfortable there. But whatever level Corben came from, he said to himself, I'm good. I have this late night show. I'm on red carpets. I'm doing all this, but this is not my destiny. Mm-hmm. He believed that there's something beyond a late night show that has about 50, 100,000 million views. Whether it be during the show or on social media or whatever, he decided to say, I am going to be bigger. And you could also read your comments too. But he decided to say that even after this success that I've had, I believe there's more for me. Why do a lot of people get stuck in because I'm somewhere I've never been before, or I'm at a status that I've never been, or I'm making money that I've never made, or people know me that I probably would have never known me. I'm good right here. But for Corben, he was like, thank y'all for knowing me, but this is not it.
I'm like Corben. I don't care what level of success everybody else view or deem me as. I'm gonna find me something greater, because it's just a calling within inside. It's self-motivational or self-motivation, and it's intrinsic. It's inside of us that once we accomplish this goal, we make it happen. We felt like we executed and we killed it. Mm-hmm. We got to move on to something else. We have to. It's just something within us that we feel that we got to keep moving to different levels, different heights, and it could be different things. Like me, I got to find a new project. Love this project too. I want to write a book. I want to do different things. It's just within me. I mean, share my story. I mean, it's just a calling inside. So I agree with him. I can't speak for everybody else that gets stagnated and stuck. Because how can you progress? How can you grow and be better if you just stay where you're at?
Facts.
I don't want to be that. Never get comfortable. Every time you're uncomfortable, it forces you to elevate. It forces you to be greater or do something else, unless you're one of those people that fold and
then you just there.
You're there. You're just existing. You're just existing.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Yeah.
Why are you here? I think God put a great calling in all of us. We all have talents. It's for us to channel that. I'm not meant to be a worker. Just plain worker and just exist. Go to work, go to sleep, start my day over, do this. No. It's greater in me.
Yeah.
And everybody ain't that ain't everybody calling, but I feel him. What say you? That ain't my calling.
No, I mean, same. Yeah. I mean, I feel like we all get to certain points where we kind of plateau a little bit. Mm-hmm. We get comfortable where we are, which is a sign. You're supposed to get to a certain level, because growth isn't just continuously uphill. I feel like growth is like going upstairs, and once you get to a certain part of those stairs, you have a landing, mm-hmm. and that landing is kind of where you take a break at. Mm-hmm. You stay there for a little while, you do good, you master, and then you decide to continue to go up those stairs.
It gives you an opportunity to revamp, view, just look back at what you've done, and recollect yourself to move and progress even more. We do need that break.
Yeah.
We all need that break, but never stay there.
But what about the individual that says, all right, the main industry that I see this happen in, just because I'm involved in, is the music industry. The person that come from the hood, that come from the trailer park, that come from having nothing, to signing a deal that gives them, let's say, $50,000. And they're like, oh my God, I've never had this money before. So now that I have this, I'm good right here. How do we encourage them to have Corben's mindset that says there's so much more to you than $50,000? Because we have to keep in mind, Corben is probably like $100,000 right now.
Oh no, I want to say he's more than that. He's more than that.
But even my cousin being a football player, or cousins, and
oh, that's a light flex, by the way.
Right.
That's a light flex.
Right. My cousin Bethel.
Well, what your people saying on social media?
Oh, I don't even know. I don't know. I see Crystal's watching it. It keeps fluctuating up and down.
Hey, Crystal, how you doing, baby girl? I'm talking to everybody today.
Don't scare her off. No, I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
But we have to teach our youth, our kids, being minorities, how to invest. Because without that, all we doing is we're flexing on people. We trying to show folks, oh, I got this. I can buy the Gucci. I can buy the Prada or whatever else. But then you broke staying in an apartment. How does that teach our children? Only thing it's doing is we making other people richer, and we're being stuck. If we teach them how to invest accordingly and properly into what and how, and know what to look for in investments, we'll be better off.
Facts.
We'll be phenomenal, because we are heavy spenders as Black people.
Very.
So if we teach ourselves and educate ourselves where to put our money, we're gonna be fierce.
Facts, Jay.
That's why I started. I start teaching my kids. Right now, I'm teaching my son about credit. He has a credit card right now. I'm not gonna say what his limit is,
Trez is dope, by the way.
So what?
I like your son. He's dope.
So he's learning about credit right now. He knows that if you have a certain credit limit, you have a certain credit max, that to only spend about maybe 25% of that.
Well, yeah, you can get away with half, but you're right. You
can get away with half, but 25% is at best.
Good.
All of these credit bureaus are looking at, honestly, somewhere between 33% and lower.
Agreed.
Also, what's on a revolving balance?
Yes.
They look at all of these factors.
You should never let it revolve. By the way, everybody, you should never let your debt revolve. As soon as you spend it.
Not that type of revolve. I mean, like what's coming out the same thing. What are you charging consistently?
Okay.
Those type of revolving balances. What are you charging every month? And it's probably about the same amount. That's probably the easiest way to boost your credit.
It is
in 6 months.
Yes, y'all listen. I hope
Come
y'all
on
listen.
to educate me, goddammit.
Look at I took finance. He on point too.
I learned the hard way.
Yes.
I learned by messing up my credit a few times.
I'm telling you, this man multi-talented right here. This one right here.
So I shared this story on a moment in the spotlight on the intro, and it's funny that y'all should mention that. But Magic Johnson done an interview a while ago, about 2 or 3, 4 weeks ago, where whenever he was the hot person in the NBA, he was approached with a lot of different companies to do endorsements. Mm-hmm. But because he wasn't educated on investing and whatever, he went with the person that told him, I can give you this right now. Mm. So Nike primarily approached him, and let's just say, well, no, the story is like this. Nike approached him and said, I'll give you this much in stock. And because Magic didn't have the knowledge to what stock was,
you don't. A lot of folks don't.
He passed it up.
Yeah.
So let's say, and of course, these numbers may be completely off, but just keep in mind, let's just say he decided to take $100,000 from this one company, but Nike offered him stock for the rest of his life.
Man.
Today, he would have probably had over $1 million.
A lot more than that, because at the same time, I've been with AT&T almost 20 years, and I'm in their stock, and that's how my 401k can grow so much each year. Where I can do and buy my house, buy cars, cash, or whatever else. I've done it. So
y'all hear that flex? She said cash.
Light flex, but heavy flex.
Right.
You can do that. So stock is really, really important, and black people don't realize how important stock is. And if we can continue to educate, they'll be so much greater.
And the thing is this: why don't they? So, and whenever I done this story a couple of weeks ago, my question was this: for Magic Johnson to do this interview and say that, to me it was like, if I would have knew then what I know now. Mm-hmm. So what does it take for our educational system to have a course? Not even college. I'm talking high school, junior high, to teach these young men or young women what stock is, because keep it in mind, Magic is good right now. He made some good investments over the years. But just in case if he didn't, imagine if he would have said, I'll take your stock in, I guess it was like 1980 something. How much more he would be worth today?
A whole
True,
lot more.
But he had to learn through that mistake. That's how you learn. You learn through trial and error.
You do.
And honestly, and if y'all disagree, I completely understand.
Let's go.
You can't expect somebody to teach what they don't understand. If there were more teachers in high school that understood stock, they probably wouldn't be teachers.
You are so right.
And I totally agree. Which my question becomes this: why wait to college to teach that part of life whenever, especially for sports, you are approached your junior, senior high, your junior or senior year of high school because of what you're doing sport-wise? Why don't we have a course in high school that let you understand what you're worth and what people offer you in the future, so that, I mean, you can make the decision. If you want to take the money now, this is what we're going to give you.
Mm-hmm. I think it should be a requirement that, because we're teaching everything else in school.
Everything else.
Why can't we teach that, especially in black schools, if we want them to progress? But no, we don't want them to progress.
I disagree that everybody should learn it.
I need one more, by the way.
I think we should.
I don't think so.
It would be great.
Why not?
It's giving everybody an opportunity to make that conscious decision. If they don't choose to capitalize on that, being given the opportunity, that's on them. Because now, you was given that information. Just like we talk about everything else. How can our youth grow and progress if we don't give them the ability to learn now?
Because, my opinion, high school is where you learn the basics. Most people, even beyond college, don't learn about stocks, don't learn about value, don't learn about net worth. I learned about it the hard way. Most of the things I learned the hard way.
Understandable.
So the common statement that's out there, you hear people say it all the time: know your worth and then add tax. The problem is, who assesses what you're worth? Only you know what you're really worth. So what we need to teach is self-evaluation.
Okay, I can see self-evaluation, but I still think if we give them a little bit of that knowledge, how important stock is or can be, I think the fear of that is more of us. The minorities will get a clue into that, and then you won't have just a greater 1% that runs the nation with money.
Partially that, but stock don't discriminate.
It don't.
When you buy stock, they don't ask you none of them questions.
They don't.
But whenever people approach, like, let's say I am a junior in high school, or a junior or a senior in high school, but when it comes down to sports, I'm in between 1 and 10 in the U.S. and I'm approached. They don't approach me knowing that I know my worth.
Exactly. They're actually counting on the fact that you don't know your worth. That's why they make the offer that they offer you.
That's true.
So
and that's when it gets to the point where if you're that good that they're offering you whatever they're offering you, know that you're worth more.
True. Like even they tell me in my company, if I leave my company knowing I have a master's degree and stuff.
Wait. Another life flex.
Life flex.
Another life. I love having these educated individuals on this freaking show.
And I'm like, Steph, you will make a whole lot more.
Yeah.
But that goes without what you guys were saying. It's aligning with what you guys are saying. You got to know your worth. Even in marriages and relationships, you're gonna settle. If you don't know your worth, you're gonna let somebody run over you and treat you like trash, and I'm the bomb, dude.
You know you the shit.
I know I'm the bomb. How the hell you talking down to me and trying to demean and put me down? And it's all about, I agree with you.
Which is why my problem with a lot of these 9-to-5 jobs, and I'm not going to lie, a lot of these supervisors and bosses are so less deserving. They got the job because they know somebody. And you know more than them.
I used to hate that. Oh my
but
God.
You can't tell them, I know more than what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
But
because it's us on the front line. It was us on the front line dealing with the customers. We know, we learned the knowledge and everything else, but we got to go to you.
Yeah.
But you know what that is, though? We don't contest that out of fear. Because we feel like if we contest their position, that something's going to happen to us.
That's true. And that's even in when us fighting black people, fighting as the majority, as we talked about earlier. We're scared.
Yeah.
How can we change? Because now we're going to be targeted. Black Panther theories and all that other stuff.
Facts.
When we start fighting and we become a force to be reckoned with, now we become a target.
Got to learn how to be a target at all times.
Well, hell, I'm already a target. People don't like me.
That's honestly what it is. Because as you grow, you're going to become a target either way.
That's true. And that's
so you
exactly
either do it in the beginning, you learn it early, make your mistakes early, and start to climb that ladder, or you can learn it on the back end.
I'll tell
everybody's journey is different.
I'm a target, period. I'm going to tell you, I'm black, I'm a male, and I'm gay.
So you got 3 targets on
I have 3 strikes against me automatically. So I have to come out the pocket. If I'm not confident, the odds are already stacked against me.
You're
So
absolutely right.
for the individual who don't have that in them, it's already 10 times worse. So I believe in, of course, I done had y'all here for about 2 hours. Right
We
now.
did that the last time. We're good. Listen, but being black and a woman, we're already targeted because when the men pick and choose us women, right?
Facts.
And it's not fair. And then we outnumber the men, so they can have a ball game, playground, and all this other stuff with us. And, it's really not effing fair.
Yeah.
Effing fair.
Again, let me bring to you guys attention one more time. If you are looking at the shirt that I'm wearing, the shirt that JR is wearing, I'll need him to go on and plug who he is and what he does for you guys. So JR, make that happen. Give him their website, your social media, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, well, everything is pretty simple. All apparel from my brand, the Lionheart Collection, can be found at www.thelionheartcollection.com. We can be found on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok as the same.
I need to up my life, Jesus.
Where can they? In a minute, we're going to be debuting a new podcast show under the Spotlight Media Group banner for Stephanie, and it's not, we have fun here. I'm not gonna lie. The intro, we do everything, but we will be debuting a podcast for Stephanie and her brand and what she's going to be representing. I need you to let them know what you're going to be representing on your podcast, please.
Everything that I'm going to be representing, again, is going to be well-versed. It's going to talk about relations. It's going to talk about healing. It's going to talk about spiritual. Talk about how ish ain't fair. All of that good stuff out there. So I look forward to, serving even with these guys again on a different platform. So I'm excited. And also, like JR ain't on no level with you, but meal preps with staff. I'm on Facebook.
For those that are looking for meal prep, where can they get in contact with you? Because at the beginning of the year, that's when everybody is like, I'm in the gym.
Yes.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Where can they find more information about your meal prep?
I am Steph_meal_prep on Facebook. And then I do have my business page linked to that as well. That's why I said I need to do better because you're everywhere. I need to get my life together, Lord Jesus. But God has definitely been blessing me even with just that. Word of mouth has just really been killing the game or whatever else. And I never even thought it, because people ask me for years, when are you going to cook for us?
What? Speaking of, wait a minute. Wait a minute. When are you going to cook for us?
I got you, boo. I got you.
Her meal preps are dope, by the way.
Like,
she gave me one with steak and mushrooms.
We can do a really dope breakfast.
Ooh.
Because this alcohol is just giving me everything right now.
Listen.
So after this particular show, I know what I'm about to do.
We're going to go in here to the kitchen to cook up.
Baby. But how can they find you on social media, Stephanie?
You can find me at Steph_meal_prep or Stephanie Elevates, because I always link them both together.
Definitely.
Yeah, so, and it's Meal Prep with Steph, my actual business page on Facebook. And it's only on Facebook, so I'm going to work on this summer.
We about to build some stuff.
Yeah, we're building.
Shouts out to our sponsor. Let's pause for the cause. Today's sponsor is Diane Clines. She is a legal associate with LegalShield, offering legal services starting at $29.95 a month and identity theft starting at $19.95 a month. They also provide a will, a living will, moving violations, contract reviews, consultations, and a whole lot more. For more information, please contact Diane Clines at 214-881-5225 or at dsclines.ladiesofjustice.com. Look, I received an email, and I promise you, at 12:10 p.m. we almost done. I received an email a couple days ago that completely blew my little black mind. And when I got it, if I would have had your phone number in my phone, I literally would have sent it to you. But I sent it to JR. I am excited because the intro podcast, music and interview, we are within the top 200 in the U.S.
Yay, that's what I'm talking about.
And this is coming from people who basically told me, nigga, you.
Look at what God can do. Matters what people say. And you are natural. You are great. You are amazing. You are dope. We connected, and I only connect with dope, amazing people.
I absolutely love the fact that,
we're not going to have you crying on this drink.
nah, I'm a thug in this bitch. But I do appreciate favor.
Mm-hmm.
Because to be within the top 200 in the U.S.
Yes, that's killing everybody.
Like, that's favor that only God can give.
I love
it doesn't hurt to be U.S. known.
Why does your microphone
R&B
sound better than mine in my ear?
I don't know. But it doesn't hurt to be U.S. known R&B recording artist, Mr. I Am Trevane. It doesn't hurt to be that at all.
I mean, but when you put it like that.
I mean. But hey, he know dopeness, and that's how we all connected, being dope.
I appreciate the fact that, and I mean, outside the box, I haven't even known JR for a year, and I haven't even known you for 6 months. So I want the listeners and the viewers to understand this. This is not something that has been under wraps for a long time, because it really haven't. Like, I've known Stephanie not even a month. I've known JR for a good little minute, but I appreciate the both of you and what I feel that you all are able to do to help build the Spotlight Media brand. I appreciate you guys for being a part of the Intro podcast brand also, because we are, I guess we're in the top 200. So I'm happy about it. And if I'm going to be in the top 200, I want to be in the top 200 with who I would consider, the top 200.
Really?
Oh, well, let's go.
I can see it going further.
Let's go higher.
Let's toast to that shit.
Hold on, my cup empty.
Wait, I'm not toasting until you put your champagne, which is basically water or cooler. And that champagne and
the key is to never go empty. That's the key.
Wait.
Which is why I kept on refilling. This is to the family that I am developing, and my brother and my sister. I love both of y'all.
Yes, love you too. With my Kool-Aid.
I'm going to tell y'all what I noticed, though. When I say I love you or whatever, JR will never, ever say I love you too.
JR!
But.
That's another conversation for another day.
I learned from one of my my mentor, and I call him my mentor in my mind, Jason Lee, which is another podcast you guys need to check out, Hollywood Unlocked with Jason Lee. He one of his top friends is Tiffany Haddish.
Ooh.
Tiffany, can you be my friend? But I know this one thing that Jason Lee said whenever him and Tiffany Haddish became friends, he was like, Tiffany Haddish would always tell him before they end the conversation, she would always tell him, I love you, bro. And he would just hang up and never respond. And he admitted, he was like, it's not that I don't love her. It's just that what I've been through, to receive that love and respond accordingly, I don't think I can do that.
But that's real. I've had so many men tell me they love me.
Mm-hmm.
and then you betray me.
Mm-hmm.
So love is an action.
Facts.
More than it is the words that you spew out your mouth, because it's disgusting when you don't live by the words of love.
Which is why, for me, when it comes down to JR, Mr. Julian Full of Love,
Your
whole government.
Your whole government name.
Don't Google me.
Don't Google it.
The whole name.
But what I understood about that whenever Jason Lee said that, it made me look at you totally different. You may never say, well, I'm not going to say it, because, nigga, you going to tell me. Because of the success that we going to have, nigga, you going to tell me I love you too.
Lord.
But for now,
He'll accept it.
whenever Jason Lee put that in perspective for me, you don't have to say I love you too. But the actions that you show me is louder than any I love you too could ever say.
I concur. For real. I concur.
That part.
I ain't on that level of therapy yet. I'll get there. I ain't on that level of therapy. I'm going to get there. But I ain't on that level right now.
You're going to get there soon. I believe that you're going to get there sooner than later. And this is probably the deep part of me. I don't know. This is what I would consider the deep dive. And y'all can have your own deep dive too. I think that we have individually encountered so many people who have promised us so many things or appeared to be things that whenever we took a look at what they promised didn't add up to it.
That's real.
So our defense or our brick wall that says that you're probably really dope, but I just don't trust you yet.
Absolutely.
And there's absolutely no problem with not trusting somebody because of the defense mechanism, because of what someone else has appeared to be. So for me, whenever you tell me I love you too, bro,
you gonna know it's real.
I know it's real because it took you that long to say I love you, bro.
You sure right. I like that. I love that. I love that. Folks that are so easy to say it, that ain't real.
Fake is...
You right. You sure right. I'm sitting up here. I'm thinking about how the folks are saying, trying to get into my space.
Whether it's friendship or relationship, whenever you can, if I tell you today, Stephanie, I love you. Whenever you can tell me,
so easily,
I love you too. In the back of my mind, I'm like, nigga, do you really? So I can appreciate the fact that whenever I express my love or appreciation, because JR is.
What is JR?
He is. Is the adjective.
Can't just change words like this.
The adjective is.
But I have learned to appreciate the fact that when I get that response back, it's real. So, yeah, that's my...
Hold on, let's see. You've been my friend for 2 years. Have you told me you love me yet? Nope, sure haven't. But
when you hear it, you know it'll be genuine.
When I clink, picked up, came got me.
When I call him and I'm like, I need XYZ, that action is louder than words because people would tell you they love you.
It will just ghost you and leave you in a hot
Their
minute.
actions is the bullshit.
Exactly. Like I was drunk one night for my birthday last year.
I wasn't there. I'd have been drunk with you.
And my birthday's coming up. It's this month, actually. I'm May 28th, so.
Oh, let's do something real big.
And it's my 40th. So, I don't know.
You're so young.
I'm trying to figure my life out. My friends are like, what we doing? I don't know.
We getting drunk. We getting wasted.
Hey, Tech, wherever y'all tell me we going. How about that?
I just take it I'm driving.
Wait. I have someone to take you.
Okay. I don't care. I've been there.
Move that microphone.
JR is one. Wait. It's your birthday, but JR is going to be the eye candy for the nights. But I promise you, you will be like, you will live that night.
That's fine. I'm all about it. I'm all about that life. Listen. But he had to drive my car home because I was effed up.
Well, was that the Maybach or the Bentley? That part.
It's neither. What is it? What is it?
With your expedition, the big truck, the big boy.
Well, then.
He had to drive it, and I appreciate it because I was effed up kissing on folks and all, and they laughed that night. And I'm like, oh, and I had to apologize to that person the next day. I'm like, I'm sorry.
What was I?
I was dating somebody else at the time, and I'm in somebody else laughing.
I needed to be there.
Had to take my shoes off, but JR kept feeding me drinks. Everybody kept giving me drinks, and I'm like, and I didn't really eat.
Facts.
This is the downfall. I'm put this on record.
On the record.
Do not try to keep up with me when it comes to drinking.
I'm not.
I'm not an alcoholic.
Disclaimer.
I know, all right. Yes, disclaimer.
But I'm part Irish.
Me too. Listen.
I think I am too.
It's in my DNA. It's been proven. I'm part Irish, but
it's also been proven I drink both of them under the table.
I just didn't have food on my stomach that night.
I'm lighter than both of them.
It is.
Do not
12:22.
Try to keep up with me.
No, it's 12:22 p.m. and we're on whatever this Irish whiskey or whatever.
It's Canadian whiskey.
Canadian is the same difference.
Well, that's what it is.
Not the same at all.
I got to drink Kool-Aid until I'm out.
Two completely different type of distilleries, but I'm a liquor connoisseur, so.
Listen, you can put some margaritas up in me, and as long as I got a heavy food, some bread that'll soak that stuff up, I'm good. Come on, what we gonna do?
Done there. So let's do this before we close down the show. First and foremost, I appreciate you guys. If you all are watching once again or listening, this is the cast. I'm not looking no more. I'm not searching. I'm not trying to figure out what works. I know what works for me. And if it works for me, I know it's going to work for the viewers and it's going to work for the listeners of this the intro podcast and those who are going to subscribe, whether you're on YouTube, you are on Spreaker, you are on iHeartRadio. I know what works for the brand. I need you guys to follow. And if you look in the description, you'll have the links to both of their social medias to where you can follow them and just get to know them because they're not going nowhere no time soon. But I will say this, my disclaimer, and I have to give my disclaimer. The intro podcast is never the destination. It's always the platform that would promote or give people the opportunity to go higher. So whether you see them here or whether you see them somewhere else, understand and appreciate the fact that I understand that somebody else will see the value in and make that approach. And it is what it is from that. But I definitely appreciate the fact that you guys are looking, that you guys are listening. For those who are advertising, for those who are thinking about advertising, I thank you guys for doing so. I appreciate the fact that email that I got that told me I was in the top 200 for the music and interview, whatever. Thank you guys for that. We've been working hard for years to get there. To today's sponsor, again, Diane Clines. Thank you for being a sponsor, for seeing the value in who we are and what we do and the audience that we reach. And I appreciate you for being there. And those who need the legal assistance, whether it's literally the criminal, whether it's a moving violation, whether you are an entertainer, you need entertainment contracts reviewed, you need moving violations or whatever. I appreciate the fact that people are able to see the value in who we are and what we do and want to be a part of it because of that value. Do me a favor and follow. I'll do them first and then I'll come back to me. Where can they follow you, Stephanie, on social media?
You can find me as Steph Meal Prep. Steph_Mill_Prep on Facebook. And it's linked to Meal Prep with Steph, which is also on the business page. Or you can find me at Stephanie Elevates on Facebook.
Definitely. So y'all give them all your 50 million.
Well, you can find my merchandise on www.thelionheartcollection.com. You can also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at The Lionheart Collection as well. We got some things up now, but we got a ton of dope stuff coming in the future.
Where did you come up with the Lionheart?
Lionheart? Well, first of all, I'm a lion. I'm a Leo. So I'm a lion. Off top. Growing up, especially being smaller.
Smaller. Never mind. Never mind. Go on.
I mean, I'm thin. Especially I'm on the shorter end. So
whatever.
Growing up, and the old heads will kind of contest to this.
You see my face like.
Growing up, you had to have a lot of heart in order to make it anywhere. So you have to have the heart of a lion. You do. In order to make it these days. So my collection is not for everybody. It's mainly apparel for the bold, the brave, and the true.
I love that.
Thank you.
But the other side of the Lionheart, for the individuals who have something precisive that they want.
For custom
apparel.
Okay. So also I am the owner of Exquisite Custom Creations. We do custom t-shirts, joggers, gifts, and more, which, I mean, follows that same standard. We want to know, what can we create for you?
Look, in the meantime, in between time, it's your boy Tazz, and you're listening to the Intro Podcast with the new family, the cast, the clip, everything that you need. Look, do me a favor, follow us and recommend this to all of your friends and your family on social media. Do so by going to theintropodcast.com, or you can follow us on Facebook at The Intro Podcast with Tazz. You can follow us on social media, Instagram, The Intro Podcast with Tazz, or you can follow us on Twitter at SMG Officially. Do me a favor, let everybody know that we are out here and we are giving you the best that there is. I am grateful to have my co-host with me, JR. I called him by his governmental name a couple times, but we're gonna say JR, and the queen of the show, Miss Stephanie. Hey, I love you guys, and we are out. This is the Intro Podcast. Let's go!
Tune in next time.